Welcome back to part 2 of creating a designer MS tag. I'm Philip Warbass with WarWasseDesign Studios in Santa Monica, California. Okay, at this point we have a custom template for an MS tag, and we're going to look at that as our pattern to lay our design attributes on top of, so that we can come up with our own designer MS tag. Let's go ahead and grab that collateral that we downloaded earlier, and what we want to do is isolate one of the heart-shaped candies and copy it and paste it onto its own blank screen. Let's go ahead and repeat that process twice and then 3 times. Let's go ahead and clean each one of these objects up. There's a lot of different ways to do it. In Photoshop, an easy way is to use the magic wand and go ahead and select the area that you want to get rid of, and you can either delete it or invert the selection and copy the object out and then drop it back into the canvas. Okay, now that we've been able to isolate the heart objects from the initial collateral, what we want to try to do is use our hue and color replacement tools to get each one of these objects as close to true cyan, yellow, and magenta as possible. Shadowing and shading can be problematic for any type of 2D barcode, including MS tags, so Microsoft has created a chart to keep your color values in check. Now go ahead and create 3 hearts, 1 yellow, 1 magenta, and 1 cyan, and try to get each of the colors as close to the values that Microsoft provides. We need to create only 1 more colored heart, but who wants a black heart in a Valentine's Day card? What we're going to go ahead and do is change the black to a navy blue, but we need to make sure that our contrast value is high enough. Now we've got our design attributes, and these make up the palette that we're going to use in order to create the designer MS tag. Let's go ahead and implement the design attributes into the tag itself, and we'll set ourselves up much like a painter, with the tag as our canvas and the attributes as our paints. We'll start with magenta, and use a larger heart to cover 2 or more dots, and a smaller heart to cover isolated dots. Doing the same with blue, the same with cyan, and finishing with yellow. Congratulations! You've created a designer MS tag. But I want to put a little more splash and color into it before we release it, so let's think about a background. Because of everything we have going on within the tag, in order to maintain the aesthetic quality, we're going to keep it in the family. And we're going to take the heart shapes and go ahead and reduce those and group them together. Now let's go ahead and reorder the group of hearts below the tag and reduce the fill by 75%. When we get the background opacity to a point where it doesn't interfere with the utility of the attributes that we've set on top of the tag, then we go ahead at that point and duplicate the background so that we have a full pattern fill, and then we set the attributes back on top of the tag to create our finished product.